Hi, my name is Timothy, the one from the Bible, the one that's about ready to unfold for Timothy for books 1 and 2. I know this video may be a little bit darker than usual, but it's based on what I can do as far as the lighting is concerned. But I will do what I can to kind of present what I must to let you be warned that everything is about to unfold starting for Tribulation. First of all, to give you a little background, this is just not something that came to me overnight. This took a little time for my eyes to be revealed and open, and trust me, it's been just a different experience for just God divine delivering this content to me that's just beyond imagine. I could never find it myself. I mean, I can't do everything myself, so I had to rely on His efforts that He produced to deliver it, and now I've got to deliver it to you. First of all, I'm actually in Tyre, Texas, so to all the Texans and stuff, you know, I salute you and all that, but we're in a bit of trouble. Pretty soon things are going to happen and unfold that will just obliterate this country. And I mean obliterate, like in an hour or so of it happening, there'll be no more USA. Whatever's left will just be remnants. You know, and that's not going to be good. There'll be a lot of chaos going on, a lot of things happening, unfolding. There'll be a lot of deaths. I'd say maybe about a third of the population, or close to it, it's going to be gone in an hour. It'll be such widespread destruction that by the time you turn around and look, it just hits you and past you. So I'm going to reveal what's going to happen, and it isn't going to be pretty. Starting with what I know. This is pretty much biblical, all the way to sequencing the delivery of the first day of tribulation. The signs are just out there. I mean, I didn't even know about signs until God opened my eyes. He did it to deliver and expose the truth that the world's concealing. And yes, the world is nothing but a full mixture of lies. Our government's full of mixture of lies, and they don't want you to know this. Well, God does. It's in the Bible, but yet you won't see it until you fully see the destruction hit you. And that's what it is. It's just going to be the same, just like it was in the day of Noah, day of Lot. It'll just be everything's hunky-dory, everything business as usual, and then bam! By the time you, like I said, you turn around, it's over. Game over. And you don't get a second chance after that. This is the final chance. No other chances after this. So best proceed with doing what's right. Now, I have pictures that will present themselves. I hope these will show somewhat. And I'll try to hold them up because I'm on a tablet cam, so I can only do so much. But let me see what I can do based on what I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the light around. We're going to try something. Second. Let me see if I can flip. Maybe I can't. Okay, well, we'll just have to work with what I've got. Okay, so right now I'm still in recording mode. Okay, and let's do this. I'm going to pause for about 2 seconds and see if it'll let me flip to the pages. 1 second. And it didn't. So we're just going to have to, I'm just going to have to flip the tablet around so that way you can see what I'm referring to. Let me clear out a area so I can do this with the best light I can. Second. I've been so busy and stuff, and this stuff is unreal. I know I should have been prepared, but hey, when is anybody prepared nowadays? Everybody's like, oh, no, it's not going to happen. We're all prepared already. Oh, no, we're not even close. So let's see if this will work. First of all, let me show you. You've got my face. All right, now I'm going to show you what I look like on a picture that's older than me. It's legit. Got it off the internet, and you can pull it up too if you search for my name, look at images, and it'll be there at some point. You'll find it. But take a look at this for a moment. All right, do you see that? That's actually a little bit younger version of me, although it is me. And we'll be addressing some things. Now, in my times, I've discovered a few things relating this. I've discovered signs that the Lord has put it down here, and that's in Acts 2:19. Anybody can pull that up in the Bible and review it. And preferably you want to use the King James Version, by the way. But being in Tyler, Texas, half the stuff is actually here in this location, and you come out and wonder why. Well, the wondering is not too hard to figure out. The answers are clearly in the Bible. This city is actually a city of prophecy. People don't see it. People don't know it yet. But the day that the U.S. gets destroyed, and it's going to be destroyed by several things, and I'll detail that in just a few moments, will be the day that this city becomes an island. Now, right now, there's no islands around. There's no water, no nothing. But this city is the prophecy city for the throne of the son of perdition. Now, you might wonder, how can that be? Well, first of all, the city that was in the Bible cannot be rebuilt. Never did say it could be renamed. And this city here actually holds the rename of it. Matter of fact, you take one letter out, the L, rearrange the letters, and you got Tyre. Now, why'd they take the L out of the Super Bowl? Well, they gave you a hint. It's taking the L out of something. Well, we're just going to take the L out of the city of Tyler, make it Tyre. Did I just make a comparison? Yes, I did. Because the world's giving you a hint. You just don't see it. So now, I'm going to show you a few facts of Tyre before we go further. Now, Tyre has several different images. It's got the seven-headed dragon. That's the key to the bottomless pit. Oh, and by the way, I know where that's at, and I'll try to reveal it real quick in several minutes there. It's also got a serpent field. Got the Lion of Judah. It's got several things. I'm only going to reveal to you just a little bit, so that way you can get a better understanding. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you, and you can look these up on Google or Bing Maps or however you want to do it. The imagery of Tyler, I'm going to show you in the northern side of it here what it looks like. Now, it's easier to see it online because being so dark and pale, it's going to give issues on it, but I'm going to just try to turn it around, and it may not do too well because of the lights. I'm going to kind of see if my bathroom light may shine a little bit better. So 1 second here, I'm going to go ahead and flip it and see if maybe it might work better for you. I tried drawing a red line around it, kind of giving you a hint of what the image looks like. I'm going to try to see if I can hold it still. That's just one of the heads. But that's, if you pull up Tyler, look at by aerial view or overhead view or a view that shows you as if you're in the spirit form, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It holds 7 different dragon heads. The dragon, the Satan. That's when this key is finished. The key, the 7-headed dragon I just mentioned. This is what's going to start the chain reaction for the USA being destroyed and tribulation to start. You might wonder, how did I come to this conclusion? Well, things happened to cause me to get these things revealed to me. It wasn't overnight. I had to put these puzzle pieces together, find some more puzzle pieces that were scattered, and finally focused in. And it took me a few years, but I did. So now, with that unfolding, what's going to happen in Tyre, or the day that the USA gets destroyed, the bottomless pit And you can also look this on maps too, because I don't think my map is going to be too well in the lighting I got. But it's Lake Victoria, Africa, where the Bottomless Pit is. So if you pull it up Google Maps or Bing Maps or any kind of map that does the aerial view, you'll wonder why that water in a lake that is maybe about anywhere from 80 to 200 some odd feet deep in some spots, why it's so black. But all the water all around the world, pretty much, if you look across the board, the oceans and stuff that's even deeper, they're blue. But this lake is black. Well, there's actually a hidden lid below the water level to the bottomless pit, and it's completely dark inside. So what you're actually seeing is you're seeing the top of the lid is actually see-through, and below it is where Satan is being held, and also the other beasts that are be coming out. And his imprisonment is almost done. It's almost to 1,000 years. When this city completes here in Tyre or Tyler, the chain reaction begins. That lid's going to pop open. He's going to be let loose for his season, as promised in Revelations. On top of that, what's going to happen is that the energy that's released because of it is going to activate the ley lines. Now, you might wonder what a ley line is, but it's a line of energy, and there's conduits of energy lines around this world, but they're mostly in patterns. What's going to happen when the energy hits the ones in the U.S.? Okay, first of all, on the west side, you know about all the fires and all the dry and very little rain out there in the west and all that. Oh, what's going to happen up there is it's going to cause the faults to have the most massive earthquake that they've ever had, even greater than the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. And guess what? The earth is so dry and parched, it's going to crumble and break. And when it does and it sinks, the Pacific will come roaring in over where it was at. No, goodbye California. Some beachfront property in other states. There'll be quite a bit of destruction out there. You know, not my problem. Because, you know what? They're doing their own thing. Now, what's going to happen to the rest of the U.S.? Well, the rest of the U.S., you're going to have an East Coast tsunami. It's going to wipe out pretty much all the ports. And then you're going to have a Gulf tsunami. It's even bigger than that. Now, the Gulf tsunami is going to tear up the central United States. It's going to be a chain reaction because the Deepwater Horizon is on a ley line. And remember, it was capped several years ago. You know what that cap does? It's like a champagne bottle. You're about ready to uncork that dang thing. As soon as it uncorks, kablooey. And you know what? It's a domino effect, because that domino effect is going to blow up the other oil wells and oil rigs and create the biggest tsunami this country's ever faced. Oh yes, I'm figuring by the time it reaches my area, maybe about between 1,000 and about 1,800 feet, somewhere in between there. A towering mass of water just coming in at jet speed, if not faster. It's going to have a major impact. Now, you might wonder why I'm not too worried about it. Well, it's going to happen. I say let it happen. You know, I know what to expect, and I know what I got to do. So, when that happens, I'll be prepared. I have some things that I must do. But this city I live in will be surrounded by water. You might wonder, well, how can that be? If there's a towering water deluge coming, a tsunami, how's that going to be? God makes things happen. Timothy is the man of God. He's going to make things happen too. So you just have to figure that out. But anyhow, the people in this community are going to be the only ones left out of Texas and most of the other southern areas. And they'll be bewildered and they'll be like, what in the heck just happened? You know what? They were doing their own thing, not paying attention, just like the rest of the world is. They have a little reprieve, but not for long, just a little bit. They'll have their short moments. But what will happen is this day of tribulation, within an hour or so, this country's gone bye-bye. You'll have chaos everywhere else. That's when the son of perdition starts to come into being. He gets his power then. He gets his power, I'll have mine. We're two opposites. I'll be the man of God. he'll be the man of sin. It's going to happen, you know. So I let it happen. Just as the book unfolds, I've got to do my thing. Take care of widows. Take care of creating the final church that will fulfill God's plan. And yes, we'll have our moments too. I'll have my challenges and such. But for the time being, I won't have to worry about the outside world because I want to finish and focus on what I must do. Finish my storyline. Now, granted, at some point, yes, the son of perdition is going to be all powerful at that point. And guess what? At that point, it'll be my time of destiny. I have to fulfill my obligation and be gone. Just as it is in my books. Those that follow me will also reap their rewards. Those that don't, guess what? They get to be left behind. Because what happened? They saw the truth. They saw the waters parting around this island. And what will happen? Do you think the son of perdition will want that truth come out saying, oh, the water's parted around this island. That's God's... no, he's gonna just annihilate everybody here. He don't want that out. He wants to have the rest of the world think it's either one thing or another, but nothing like that, because it's all going to be told as a lie. The lie is going to be, oh, some big rock hit it, or a super gigantic earthquake caused all this to unfold. Yeah, whatever the world wants to produce, they're going to produce it, but they're not going to be seeing the truth that this town's going to see before it gets hit by the son of perdition later on. So, in a nutshell, these things will happen, and a man of God must be continual in his words and preaching and such. And I'm all good with it. I'm gonna put the existing preachers on target, knowing they were way off. They have no clue. But I already know who the son of perdition is. His mountain's in New Mexico. He's got a Mount Rushmore of his own by itself. Yes, I found it, and I know who it is. I get to be the one to unmask him when the time's right. So I'll have the fun and the glory to do it. But anyhow, that's just giving you a heads up. A major tsunami's going to hit, and it's going to be devastating. So this is just to unfold, and in case I don't make any additional videos, this will be the one that you need as far as the information is concerned. But I hope that y'all get the message. Y'all seek the truth. The truth is in the Bible. It never has been anywhere else. And do the right thing. Remember, pray for those, if you're still around after the first day of tribulation, that you can make it out of it, because it's going to be a long haul. And don't take the mark of the beast. You take the mark of the beast, you're owned. Instead of NWO, turn that around and you're owned. So these are some of the things I'm telling you. These are some of the things I'm giving you. And just be prepared, because the Lord will come unexpectedly. In His grace, I'm doing it for this benefit, because He knows that I'm ready and it's about His time. So we're going to let this fulfill and be sensational. I like to be part of the storyline. I like for it to unfold. And when it's all said and done, the world's going to get the whole complete storyline from the beginning until judgment. They're going to see, oh wow. A lot of it was mishandled by the world. Well, for unbelievers, non-believers, and even believers that didn't do the right thing, there's not going to be any pity. No sympathy. It's just a one-way ticket to hell. So, this is Timothy, who will become the man of God soon. And I'll be doing a lot of things that must be fulfilled. Amen.